Let us try to understand the simple example of a product supply chain as shown on screen. How a product supply chain works from raw material provider to product consumer, the end customer. In this product supply chain, businesses that are involved between different business entities are starting with the raw material provider who supplies the raw material to the raw material supplier who delivers the raw material to product manufacturer from where the finished goods are supplied with help of the distributor or wholesale supplier to the retailer. Finally, from the retailer, the end customer buys the product and consumes it. Business entities involved in the supply chain are raw material provider, raw material supplier, product manufacturer, distributor or wholesale supplier, retailers, and finally the end consumer. Entities on the right has the demand and entities on the left fulfills the demand by supplying for it to be in the business continuously. Some entity on one hand can be generating the demands and on the other hand can be fulfilling the demands. The end customer or consumer is the only entity because of which there is demand and hence the need or relevance for every other different business entities involved in the product supply chain example depicted here. Business involved is between the entities which are immediately adjacent either on left or on the right of each other. Right side business entity demands and the left side business entity fulfills the demands. For example, manufacturer demands raw material from the raw material supplier. On the other hand, the manufacturer supplies the end product to the wholesale supplier who demands end product from manufacturer and similarly the rest of the supply chain, so on and so forth. Pre-business actions. At every step, in order to do business in the most optimal or profitable way, there are some regular and simple business actions that must be taken by each business entity based on the past experience in the business and looking into the current situation, pointing out the most important and very simple actions that could be very critical for any businesses. Let us concentrate on the retailer's business for this discussion. Placing the order for the supplies of the product to the distributor or the wholesale supplier based on the demands that are faced from the right side, the end customer. Suppose the retailer places the order without any proper analysis of the demand that he faces from the end consumer, then three business outcomes or three business events that can be the outcome or the result of this. Let us first talk about the scenario when the orders are placed as much as the demands. In that case, luckily, that is the best case scenario and no loss to the business because as soon as the products arrive, they get consumed by the demand from the end customer. No loss suffered as the demands were appropriately met. Business outcome event 2, placing the order more than the demand from the end customer. As a result, all products will not get sold and hence remaining one will add up to the cost even related to holding the same in inventory or storing them within the retail store. Number 2, if the product has a shelf life and in case expires while in the store, then add up to the additional cost as now the product after losing its value cannot even be sold to recover even just the cost later to the end customer. Business outcome event 3, placing the order less than the demand. In this scenario, the retailer will run out of the product sooner and hence lose on the profits that could have been made by not being able to meet the demand of the end customer. In both later cases, business outcome 2 and 3, when the retailer has ordered more or less than the demand, has to face the loss in business and hence compromising the overall profits which could have helped in growth of the business. Let us now concentrate on the post-business event analysis. This gives us the insight into business from the other side, listing just a very few handful of questions that could be of interest for any business owner or any business stakeholder. One of the areas of interest could be related to product analysis, figuring out the best and the most profitable products that are sold by looking into sales in the past for them, based on which can there be something that can be done for these products, and as a result one immediate major action could be taken is to make sure to not to run out of the supplies of that product. Another interesting analysis could be related to customers and their behavior, figuring out the best customers for the business and then running some kind of loyalty programs for them just to make sure that they continue being loyal to the business and hence continue being profitable. Yet another analysis could be related to finding out the peak time of the week or the month, season, or year when the demands are really high and accordingly taking actions to meet them. There could be similarly many more analyses that could be done for adding value to the business. These pre and post business event analysis helps us to look back into business processes for each event and helps to understand on what happened, helping to have insights for optimizing or tweaking the underlying processes, enabling business stakeholders to take decisions for business growth. This process of pre and post analysis for minimizing the operational cost, doing away with losses, and increasing the profits, contributing to overall business growth is business intelligence or BI. As one of the underlying and the unsaid goal for successful and growing business is to reduce the incurred costs and maximize the profits, which could be achieved by most optimally matching supplies for the demands. Lastly, profits and business growth are hand in hand. Profit leads to business growth, and business growth will ultimately lead to more profits. I hope with this very simple and relatable retail sales example, you have got a good introduction to business intelligence or BI and its application in the business. BI is implemented in each and every business, be it as small a business as a very small merchant shop catering needs of a single small locality in your area, or as big as any multinational organization doing business across every country in the world. BI implementation is just not limited to retail business, but business in finance, manufacturing, education, e-commerce, insurance, healthcare, human resource management, customer relationship management, accounting, etc. Stay tuned for the next video in this series. Please do post all your queries or comments in the below section, or you can write to me on my email ID shown in the red color on the screen. Thank you for watching this video.